After more than 50 years, Durham's iconic nightclub Klute has shut down. We interviewed the manager Dillon Blevins to find out why and what this means for Durham's night scene. You're watching PalTV.
So has this been a long time coming, or have circumstances changed suddenly?
It's always been a struggle to fight against the reputation that Klute has. At times we've leaned into it and it's really worked. At others, you know, a new batch of freshers come in, they're told by their seniors that don't go there, it's rubbish. So you've always got that trade-off, and it just so happens that this year's cohort of students have went, no, we don't want to go here.
What needed to happen for Klute to survive?
The building itself is very dated. A little bit more money should have been spent on it, just to keep up with the times. You know, because you've got such close competition. I think that you're always neck and neck, and I think that we just fell behind. And again, it's an image problem. I've been at Durham since 2017, and we loved it. You know, as freshers, we thought it was great, and you know, we were told it's the worst nightclub in Europe, whatever. That image problem's only become a problem, you know, recently.
In January, it was decided that the club would only open on weekends. How did this impact Klute and the level of attendance?
It's quite difficult to judge when it's going to be busy. Midweek nights like Wednesday, we had sports societies and things like that going out. They would be elsewhere, and you had to compete with what else is going on in the city during the week. I've seen next door busy on a Tuesday with a queue down the street, which is ridiculous anywhere else. We had control of the Sunday night. Sunday night Klute was a motivation to go out on a Sunday, and if it's not here, then I think it'll die. I think something will come around, whether it's at this venue or somewhere else. Remains to be seen.
How influential do you think Klute was to Durham and the wider student and local community, the music scene over the years?
The majority of people that have been impacted by Klute's closure aren't in Durham anymore. The current cohort of students, they obviously don't care, otherwise they would have been here. We worked very closely with Durham Rock Sock and student bands. We were really coming into our stride with gigs, you know, opening a little bit earlier. Those were some of the busiest nights that we had. I think there are a couple of other venues that you know, can serve that purpose, but I don't think it'll be as good.
Klute was obviously struggling to get numbers towards the end, and yet since it's closed, there's been a massive online reaction, petitions, you name it. How do you feel about that reaction to Klute's closure?
I mean, I really appreciate the support. You can see a lot of the faces, the people who are advertising these petitions, that these are people who were here, you know, once or twice a week. You know, they were really making the effort when it counted. I think it'll take a lot more than, you know, a few hundred signatures to change anyone's mind. I will take Klute with me everywhere I go from here. I don't know how you want to take that. There will be other venues that try to replicate this, and whatever happens to this building, it will remain Klute. Yeah, I think that the nighttime scene has sort of been monopolised, and I personally don't understand why. There are other venues heaving with students most of the week, and not in a good way. There's busy and there's packed like sardines. I don't understand what people enjoy about it. I thought that this was, even, you know, when it was busy, it was always a great night, but you didn't feel uncomfortable. And I think that you'll struggle to find somewhere like that now.
What is your personal fondest memory of Klute from all your time?
A little while ago, we had our first gig in about 40 years, and the building wasn't prepared for it. So as a band played a particular song, the floor sort of shaped like this, and it was bouncing and you thought the whole thing was going to come down. Thankfully we reinforced it so that it didn't happen again, but it was touch and go.
Well, what's your wildest memory of Klute? Can you say that?
My wildest memory. I think the beauty of it is when I was going to Klute, you didn't remember what was going to happen. You know, you didn't remember what happened on that night. You teleport somewhere else.
And what's next for you? Are you taking on a new venture in Durham or something else?
I'm moving to a venue in Newcastle, City Vaults, Beer Keller and Louis Liquor Store. I'll try and take some of this magic with me, but after that, who knows?